Hey everyone, this is Pete and welcome to Sunday Driving, a new, hopefully regular video series in which I play through a bunch of my favourite arcade races from throughout the ages. The reasoning behind this is a recent podcast I recorded with my good friend Chris. Got me talking about a few of these games, specifically Blur from Bizarre Creations, which is what you can see on screen at the moment, and Split Second from Disney's Black Rock Studios. So I'm going to be playing a bunch of those to begin with, and we'll move on from there and explore a whole bunch of other arcade races, which has long been a favourite genre of mine. So this is the PC version of Blur, which is actually quite hard to get hold of these days because it's not available on any digital download services as far as I know. This is actually the Steam version, which was available for a short while but was then pulled from sale. But if you have it in your library, you can still download and play it. PC version is... it's okay. It runs at a better frame rate than the console versions on Xbox 360 and PS3. It's got a couple of minor little niggles here and there though, like the fact that all the button prompts, as you can see, are based on keyboard rather than joypad, even if you're using a joypad like I am. But as long as you figure out what the basic controls are, that doesn't really matter too much. There's also a couple of graphical glitches here and there, but I don't know if that's a matter of my graphics card or the game itself. But again, they don't really matter too much because they just happen in sort of post-race cutscenes and things. So if you haven't come across Blur before, it's an interesting one. They refer to it as powered-up racing, and what that means is it's a game based around realistic cars and tracks combined with fantastic power-ups. So a lot of people described it around the time of launch as Mario Kart with real cars. And in fact, some of the marketing that Activision did for it positioned it almost exactly as Mario Kart with real cars, which, aside from that being a cool concept, it didn't really help it sell that well, unfortunately. And ultimately, this was the game that killed off Bizarre Creations altogether, which is a real shame. A double shame, in fact, because this was a fantastic game that if you enjoy arcade races, you should really check out. So I've started a new save file here, so we're going to be going right from the beginning, and you'll get an idea of what this is all about. So, let's jump in.
This is the Blur career. You've got 9 rivals to prove yourself against. As you compete in their events, you'll start earning lights and fans. Earn lights by placing in events. Earn fans by pleasing the crowd. Lights unlock more events. Fans unlock cars. Each rival will also have a set of demands. You want to complete them all for a chance to take them on. Beat them in a one-on-one and add their car to your showroom. So you want to earn lights, gain fans, and take on rivals all the way to the top. This is it. Time to step up and enter the world of powered-up racing.
Okay, so that's the basic structure there. So you earn lights by completing events. You earn fans by doing cool stuff, the sort of stuff that would earn you kudos in the Project Gotham games from Bizarre Creations. Then, yeah, you work your way up through the ranks by completing stuff. There was also a fantastic multiplayer mode in this that took a lot of heavy cues from how Call of Duty's progression worked. So you had an experience level, you unlocked perks and stuff, and the perks were such that it was more that you could sort of customize the way you played rather than making yourself actually better than lower level people. But unfortunately, there's just no one playing it these days, which is a real shame because I had a lot of fun with this on the 360 back in the day. So we're going to be playing single player. And let's go right from the beginning with the first race.
This is powered up racing, the core of the whole sport. The premise is simple. First to the finish line wins. Call on all your driving and power-up skills to battle your way to the front of the pack. Use power-ups tactically to gain an advantage. Even when you're out in front, the battle isn't over. You're gonna have to fight to stay there. Finish the race in the top 3 to earn lights. The better your finish position, the more lights you'll earn.
Okay, pretty clear. Just beat everyone, and you can use power-ups along the way. So, let us begin. We've got 3 cars to choose from to begin with. We've got a Ford Focus, Chevrolet Camaro, and a Land Rover Defender. So you see they've each got different sort of specialisms. So the Focus is a nice grippy car. The Chevy is for drifting. And the Land Rover is good for off-road stuff. And it's also got a lot more health as well. So let's stick with the focus to begin with. Let's respray it as well, if I can remember what button there is. There we are. Let's have a nice hot pink one. That'll do. Alright. Here we go. So if we win this race, we get 5 lights. Second place gives us 4, and third gives us 3. In order to get another light, if we get 900 fans throughout the race. And there's a thing called a fan run on most courses, where you have to pass through a number of gates, and that gets you another light if you successfully complete it. So, rolling start! As you can see, your rival characters there, right from the beginning, giving you some grief. And here's our power-ups. The various power-ups actually correspond fairly closely to the ones you get in Mario Kart. So you've got things like unguided shots, a shield, guided homing missiles, mines. We're currently doing a fan run here. Got to pass through all the gates before that counter on screen gets to 0. There we go, success! And those blue lightning things are this game's blue shell, so it's not quite as harsh as a blue shell, but it does make life quite awkward for whoever's in first place. There's a mine. And you can hold up to 3 power-ups at once and switch between them as you see fit. So I'm going to drop a mine here. Weave! Ouch! And just like in Mario Kart, you can fire stuff backwards as well as forwards. Ooh, get out of here. So I'm now shielded from a big hit. Shannon up my arse at the minute. And as you can see, you get rewards for all sorts of things. This is very much from the era of games wanting to reward you for absolutely everything. So you get fans in this for avoiding power-ups, for hitting things, for staying out in front for a long time, all sorts. I was supposed to get 900 by the end of the race. I don't know if that's going to happen at this point. Maybe a nice boost will help with that. Ah, there we are. We got some fans for finishing in first place. So, 5 lights for first place. We'll see what else we got. So we met the fan target and we did the fan run, so we get the maximum possible number of lights for this course. So this event is cleared, basically. You can go back and do it again if you want to, but you don't have to. And this Friends leaderboard here, this was a big part of the game around its original release. So you signed into an online account when you started and you could compare your performance against your friends and send challenges to them, all sorts. It was really, really good. As I say, unfortunately, there's not really anyone playing it these days. There we are. Your fans in this are basically like your experience level. Each time you level up, you unlock new stuff. And you can see we've made some progress towards Shannon's demands over there on the right hand side. So we need to complete all of those and earn enough lights to take her on in the final event of the series. Alright, let's go for another race.
Time to learn about power-ups. Drive through power-ups to pick them up. Trigger them with the fire button. Let's see what each power-up does. This is a shunt. Shunt targets the next car in the pack, even if it's out of sight. Here's a nitro. Nitro gives you a huge burst of speed. Use it to move up the pack. This is a mine. Drop
Excuse me.
mines to attack cars behind you. This is very useful when you're out in front. Let's take a look at Barge. Barge is a close-range attack that will shove cars out of your way. This is a Bolt. Bolt has 3 high-velocity rounds that fire straight ahead. You want to land all 3 shots for maximum impact. This is a Shield. Use Shield to protect yourself from power-up impacts and collisions. This is a Repair. Use Repair when your health is low and save yourself from wrecking. Here is a Shock. Shock launches lightning domes to the front of the pack. This is great when you want to level the playing field. So those are the basics. Should keep you going for a while.
So that's the summary of what all the power-ups do. As in Mario Kart, a lot of them can be used defensively as well as offensively. I completely forgot what track we're doing. Amboy. Alright, this is quite an off-road one, so I'm going to take the Land Rover for this one. And again, this is another straight race. It's only 2 laps this time, though, because it's quite a long course. I do love the way this game looks. Just its use of colour and stylized features. It just looks great. And it was from that era as well where a lot of developers like to make it look as if the head-up display was sort of floating on your visor or whatever. So you can see it moving around as the car moves. Excuse me. Drinking Coke, that just needed to come out, I'm afraid. You also notice there's quite a big pack on these races as well, so we got 20 cars in this race, which is one pretty cool aspect of the game. And it made races like this pretty exciting as you sort of fought your way through the pack. You might notice there's no music as well. There is the option to have a licensed soundtrack while you're racing, but in order to avoid copyright strikes, I've chosen to keep that off. It is actually off by default as well. It was quite good, as I recall. But, you know, original soundtracks are often better for this kind of thing. And in fact, there are some original tracks in this for certain events, like the destruction events, which I believe is what we're coming to next, so... Yeah, we wrecked someone. Nice. Get off. Oh, you bitch. Hard left. Not great cornering on this behemoth of a Land Rover. We've got a whole lap to catch up though. The other advantage of having the music off is you can hear the really excellent sound effects in this as well. So it's a nice combination of quite realistic sound effects, like you can hear the gravel rattling against the bottom of the car in this, and also the various weird noises that the power-ups make. Really need to take Shannon out. Nice. And a nitro. That will do nicely. No! Ouch! Oh my god, there's hundreds of them. Ow! Get out of here. As you can see, it's very, very aggressive racing in this. No! 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 Oh, you fucker. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make it. Not at first, anyway. Oh, hello. I'm taking a very wide angle on that corner. Oh, so am I. That was terrible. No. Third for me. Nah, rubbish. So at least you get some lights for third place. Oh, I didn't meet the fan goal either. Alright, we'll come back to that one just so I don't bore you with doing the same thing over and over again. Let's do a destruction race in the beautiful seaside town of Brighton.
Simply put, this is all about wrecking cars. Pick up bolt power-ups and use them to wreck as many cars as you can. You'll earn points for hits, but more for wrecks. There are 3-point targets to aim for. Higher point targets will earn you more lights. You gain extra seconds for every car you wreck. Watch out for defensive moves from other cars. Alright, go get them.
You heard that, lady. Let's smash some shit up. Let's take the focus again for this one. This Brighton's quite a tight urban course, so... It's always nice to see UK places in racing games other than London. Because, you know, London's got a lot of variety, but it's not the only place that exists in the UK. So in this kind of event, pretty much the only power-up you get is these bolt power-ups, and you just have to keep blasting away, really. And of course there's a fan run there just to keep things awkward. It's quite an easy one though, as I recall. Yeah. Easy peasy. The handling in this game is quite interesting because it's sort of a mix between arcadey and realistic, kind of like Project Gotham was, I guess. So your cars have a bit of weight to them, and you do actually need to brake to get round corners, but also you can slide them sideways quite easily as well, so a bit of tactical handbrake usage. Missed. Terrible. Getting short on time. Oh. I can do better than that. I'm going to try that one again, because I know I can definitely do better than that. Didn't get enough fans either. Terrible. Again. I know. I said I wasn't going to bother you by doing the same thing over and over again, but I definitely know I can do better than that. And begin! Oops, a little bit too eager on the handbrake there. Oh, this is going very poorly. Oh my god. That's better. Come on, just a few more points. There we go. Alright. Hopefully I have time to do this now. These are worth doing even if you've already done them, because they're quite a big injection of fans as well. Right, we done it? That's better. So you don't have to do everything in one go if you don't want to. If you just want to concentrate on getting the fan run out of the way, or the total fans, you can do. Another level up. Sorry, didn't mean to headbutt the microphone there. Alright, let's do one more race for now, and then we will call it a day for this episode. So, third place or better, 1,300 fans, unusual fan run. So this one is at the LA Docks. Let's try this one. Let's respray it again. Have a nice red one this time. I do really love the atmosphere and the menus of this. So it's got this great sort of electronic music going on, and that sort of really tense music as it's loading. Adds a lot to the experience. Alright, only 10 races in this pack. So in theory, should be a bit easier. In practice, however, this, as I recall, is quite a twisty-turny, awkward course. No! Oh, you fucker. Well, I guess we'll try that next lap then. You'll see above each racer they've got a health bar, so you can wreck people. It doesn't put them out of the race permanently, but it does inconvenience them quite severely, so it's worth trying to do. And you can also see what power-up they've currently got equipped as well, so you can prepare for what they might be about to throw at you. Ow! Shield is quite a nice combination with these because it lets you... oh dear, that was terrible. I should concentrate rather than talking. Oh, you... Alright, got one more lap to do that. Let's just concentrate on getting out in front. Stop it. Final lap. Missed. Ah. Oh dear. This is going very poorly. Right, no one hit me this time. I just want the fucking gates. Don't. Sploosh. Alright, that'll do. Ah. Oh no! No, no, no. Ah. That was a disappointing ending. Well, and not with a bang, but a whimper, as they say. That will do for now. So that is Blur, and we'll be revisiting this in subsequent Sundays, so I hope you look forward to that. It's a great game. If you do have the opportunity to get hold of it, the PC version, as they say, is pretty tough to get hold of now. But the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions are still out there in the wild, so if you see one, be sure to grab it. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moe Gamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buying me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.